Hey guys, welcome or welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Jamie, and this will be a reading for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. If you're new to tarot, just know that not every Cancer reading is going to resonate. So that means, like, if you feel like I'm wrong or this just isn't your story, please don't take the reading. I'm going to pull cards like King, Queen, Emperor, and Empress. Those cards describe a really specific personality, but they have nothing to do with the sex or gender of the person that we're describing. So, you know, if I say we're talking about an ex or something, and you know that your ex is a guy, but we pull the Queen of Wands, it's still your ex that's a guy, right? There's just no gender. Feel free to subscribe to the channel if you want to catch more readings. If you click the bell, it'll notify you whenever I post. And I do offer a membership. If you want to check that out, you can click the join button. It'll take you to the membership tab. Alright, what's going on with Cancer? Okay. So we have reflecting and screenshot, getting evidence, proof, or facts. So we're thinking back to a time where we found out a truth. Whatever it was that came out, it was justified enough to end something long term. Perhaps it resulted in a legal divorce. And I feel like you really had a boundary cross. And moving forward here with the with the Fool, the Ace. Started with the Ace of Swords. I feel like you feel like you're cold. You know what I mean? Like maybe you talk to people, but you never feel like attached to anyone or like anyone is special. Not like you did with someone else. Maybe you feel like you're not really emotionally available. Like you could be like, you know, putting yourself out there, but like you may feel kind of awkward or just uncomfortable. That's what I'm getting. I think this kind of gave you some trust issues. You know, I think it would give anyone trust issues. The difference is that you're looking at yours. It's like, am I even open? I feel like when you're reflecting on this, it doesn't hurt anymore. You look back at like all of the signs that you should have seen, but we still do reflect on the situation a lot. It's like maybe it really affected your ego for a while. But here it's more about trusting someone again after. The shit hit the fan in another situation. Now, for a lot of you, it was like there was just like another person involved, or you found out there was like a lot of gossip or like just hidden intentions from a person. So it's like there's definitely reason to have trust issues, but this is different because I feel like you feel cold. You don't even like just not trust. It's just that you're not gonna, you feel like you can't be vulnerable with the person. Like at this point you're not trusting anyone enough to feel comfortable enough to really get into something, even if you're chatting. You feel like you're still stuck on something. Or maybe you feel like you're still stuck on someone. Because this is the King of Swords, and you're showing up the Queen of Swords here. Look, man. There's no other cards. This is just from personal experience. Like, you ain't just supposed to trust everybody anyway, you know? But you have to open up enough to try to get to know someone. And if you feel, I feel like if you've been through something like this, and when you're chilling with people, the vibes feel off and you don't feel comfortable, that doesn't mean that you're closed off, and it doesn't mean that you're not emotionally available, and it doesn't mean that you're still stuck on or hung up on someone. Although, I mean, we do heal from things, but we never forget that they happen. There's still always that tinge of pain when we think about it, you know? But I don't feel like you're actually hung up on someone. I feel like you just feel stagnant, and that feels wrong to you. But perhaps you are just meeting a bunch of uninteresting motherfuckers. You know, like maybe you're just not, they're just not the vibe, and you just have a much better, like, radar for that now. You're not just easily impressed with anyone. You know, you can't force chemistry, but it doesn't mean that someone won't come along and have the right vibes, you know? It just might not be someone that you're talking to right now, and it's like that. That's how dating is. You know, the Nine of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles, Strength, Leo energy. Got the Two of Swords at the bottom with the Three of Cups. I feel like I think you go back and forth between feeling like you're just holding yourself back and you should be able to find someone that, you know, deserves you. And this, I really kind of like being single and independent because I don't have to go through all this shit. I think that this is just regular dating pains, like when you keep meeting people and they just suck. Even if they don't suck, they're just not it. And so you're like, ugh, I keep meeting people and they ain't shit. Maybe I should just stop dating. I just... I'm sorry, it's cute, but it's silly. Dating sucks. Nobody wants to do that part. You know, it would be awesome if all of us could just, you know, go to the supermarket and bump into a soulmate just like that, you know? And essentially we do, but along the way, if we're looking for love, we're going to be bumping into a whole bunch of people until we find the right one. And, like, you just have to go through those pains. Sometimes you're going to talk to somebody for like 2 weeks and they're going to seem really cool and interesting, and then all of a sudden shit's just going to get weird, you know? It's just like that. So I feel like the problem here, though, is that you're discouraged just by kind of like the people that you're talking to, and it kind of is a weird world when it comes to dating. But eventually we all find someone, right? What's the advice here? The Queen of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Page of Swords, and the Hanged Man. See, the Eight of Swords is behind that. You'll change your mind. Someone is coming along to change your mind. So you're showing up with the King and the Queen of Swords in the past. So this is someone that maybe like you could have conversation with. Maybe you guys kind of sort of got along, you know. Definitely like some type of deep connection there, but it's still the swords. But this is a person coming in. I mean, there's still a little sword energy here that can definitely give some conversation. And it'll be really cute, but also wise. You see the owl here. But with the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Cups, this is someone who, you know, really has depth. They have that emotional part that you're looking for. Essentially, it's saying don't give up. Somebody's coming. And you're going to know because it's like, it might even scare you because I've heard some people talk about this where, like, you know, if they start to get excited over a person, that's also a red flag to them because the ex that was a cheating, lying piece of shit also caught their attention like that, you know, and don't be swayed by that. Like, so chemistry is chemistry. Just because someone went sideways later doesn't mean that there wasn't chemistry in the past. Like, if you really look back before the truth, there obviously was some chemistry there. There obviously was some love there. You can have all that again with somebody who might not go sideways. It's just really that simple. Don't dwell on, like, what did happen, what could happen. Like I said, you don't have to fully trust someone, but you don't have to be so clamped up. And you don't have to just pick out of the couple of options that you have. You can say, none of these motherfuckers work for me. I ain't having it. And just keep searching until you find someone that really clicks. But I feel like someone is just going to arrive, you know, like they're just going to show up and the two of you are going to click. So all this searching for someone may not even be the way for you. They're just going to slide into you. Okay. See you later.